Streaming live now on News8000.com. You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now, this weekend.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Allison Fergit. La Crosse firefighters battled a blaze last night in the 1500 block of West Avenue South. Crews were dispatched just after 11 p.m., arriving to find a two-story house with heavy smoke coming from the second floor. No one was inside at the time and no injuries were reported. The fire took 3 hours to control and the cause remains under investigation. Dunn County first responders reported to 2 fatal crashes minutes apart last night. At 9:25 p.m., a Jeep rolled into a ditch, hit a tree, and caught fire in the town of Springbrook. Bystanders put out the flames, but a 36-year-old man from Durand who was not wearing a seatbelt died trapped inside. 2 minutes later, a Pontiac G6 crossed the center line on State Highway 79 in the town of Sherman, striking a truck head-on. The Pontiac's driver, a 36-year-old woman from Boyceville, was killed while the Silverado's driver was airlifted to a hospital. Both crashes are under investigation. Crossbows were up and arrows were flying at the La Crosse Interstate Fair today. 4-H kids took aim in a friendly archery tournament, proving that the fair has something for every kind of competitor.
I really like watching the kids grow from when they first started in the program, shooting at 10 yards and moving all the way up, staying with the program to shooting at 20 yards. And you can really see the progression and the success that these kids really have.
Organizers said the 4-H archery tournament allowed the young participants to build confidence, practice discipline, and represent their clubs, all while having fun at the fair. It was a celebration of Mediterranean and Middle Eastern culture in North La Crosse today. St. Elias Orthodox Church hosted its 51st annual Mediterranean Festival. Attendees could enjoy amazing traditional food and live folk music. There was also a silent auction. Organizers estimated more than 700 people attended the event.
There's only a few of us putting on a much bigger project than you would think we could do, and yet we're always able to do it. And then being able to share that experience with the larger La Crosse community is awesome to see all the people come out and enjoy the cultural experience.
The festival also doubled as a fundraiser, with some of the proceeds going to renovations to make their church wheelchair accessible.
We had another nice afternoon out there, and we have pretty nice conditions going into the rest of this evening as well, with one more comfortable day ahead of us before the summer heat returns for what looks to be the near future, unfortunately. La Crosse right now seeing a couple clouds in the sky, but for the most part on the sunnier side, sitting at 80 degrees, feeling more like 82 with somewhat low dew points, much drier in Eau Claire, dew points staying in the 50s, a little bit of a haze to the sky as well. There is some wildfire smoke that's poking into northern Wisconsin. Not really seeing it reach the surface, so definitely not an air quality concern at this time, but we'll likely see some haze to the sky because it is actually sunny out there, but that does usually make for some pretty sunsets, so get your cameras ready for tonight if you're a little bit further to the north. Otherwise, as you can see, much of the area really not seeing too many clouds out there, and that's going to be the trend as we go throughout the rest of the evening. We will see clouds starting to increase though as we go later into the night and into the morning hours, but until then, very nice evening conditions ahead of us. Staying in the upper 70s in La Crosse throughout the rest of the evening. In Eau Claire, really the only thing of note is that haze in the sky. Otherwise, very comfortable out there with temperatures staying in the 70s. We have one more comfortable day for tomorrow, but after that, a big pattern change is on the way, and it's going to get a little bit hot out there, so I'll have the details in a little bit.
All right, sounds like a plan. Thank you, Nicole. Blue Stars Drum and Bugle Corps is based out of La Crosse and has members from all over the world performing in competitions and shows across the country. News 8 Now photographer Bree has a closer look in today's eyepiece.
Every single season we have folks who return, we have individuals who age out, and we have new members every single year. We start with an audition process, and by the time we get to championships week, the group has changed entirely, and they've learned this production, learned this show, put in countless hours together to make this thing happen.
There's a lot of moments where I might find myself doing things that stretch myself out of my comfort zone, whether that's just facilitating with our admin team, helping them do whatever they need help with, or just hopping on the field and doing my job on a daily basis. I really love what energy this corps brings and all the things I take home with me. I learned so much about leading people and working with new people from all around the country. So it's just a spectacular experience for everybody involved.
during the off season. These people are from all the way across the country, the world, and I just think about them almost every single day. Being able to bring it back in every single summer, especially for me, like this is my last time as an age out, it's a huge part of this activity. So I really, really love like each and every single one of these people out here.
About 1,000 people ages 16 to 21 audition, and only 165 make it into the Corps. The season started in June and goes till August, where the Corps will rehearse and perform almost every day. Still to come, President Trump is marking the 6-month anniversary of his second term, and why he's also calling for a name change for a major sports team.
We're a team you can trust, and we're local. We see our members out in the public all the time. Want to be able to look them in the eye and know that we did right by them.
Everybody's welcome at Firefighters Credit Union.
To everyone who finds joy in a great meal, we can't wait to see you again at Culver's.
What makes us happy is making you happy.
We want every meal
to be filled with big bite moments.
Lick the spoon moments.
And even get your hands off my cheese curds moments.
They're just too good to share. From the juiciest bites to the sweetest scoops.
We're all about bringing people together
over delicious food.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious!
Yeah!
Those brave men and women of our armed forces, generations of them. Why should today's burdens fall back onto them? They were there for us. Now let's be there for them. Your local Wisconsin energy providers and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund are working together to deliver Wisconsin veterans in crisis heat, power, and help staying in their home. But they can't do it alone. Call to donate today.
Are you finding bathing and bathroom business has gotten more difficult? Bad hips, bad knees can pose a problem. Just getting up and down can be risky. There is a simple, affordable solution. In just a day or two, you can have a beautiful new walk-in shower, safe and easy to care for with grab bars, a handheld shower, and a seat if you like. Set an appointment with one of our designers to plan your new bath. Better products at lower prices because we care. The Board Store.
A big part of my job is building relationships with people, and being the team you can trust means being here for you.
Everybody's welcome at Firefighters Credit Union.
You're watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
It's been 6 months since President Trump was sworn in for a second term. He used the occasion to take to social media to call the U.S. the hottest nation in the world and to lobby the Washington Commanders to change the name of their football team. CBS News' Willie James Inman has more.
President Trump was active on social media on Sunday, the 6-month anniversary of his current term in office. The president referred to the United States as the hottest and most respected country anywhere in the world and called his presidency one of the most consequential periods of any president. Also on social media on Sunday, the president called for the Washington Commanders football team to change their name back to the Redskins, a term that has been criticized as racist by Native American groups. And in another post on Truth Social, President Trump claimed his poll numbers have risen since the Jeffrey Epstein hoax was exposed by the radical left Democrats. The post comes as the president faces growing pressure from lawmakers and many of his supporters to put forth information about Epstein, something he had promised to do during his campaign. Late Friday, the president sued Rupert Murdoch and the Wall Street Journal for at least $20 billion following the publishing of an article in the Journal last week linking the president to Jeffrey Epstein. The story published Thursday contained alleged details of a risque birthday letter the president allegedly sent to Jeffrey Epstein in the early 2000s. The paper claims the note was signed by Trump and includes a sketch of a naked woman. The president insists he never wrote the note. In other political news Sunday, ICE Acting Director Todd Lyons appeared on Face the Nation to speak about the administration's ongoing immigration crackdown.
If your agents encounter anyone who is here illegally, irrespective of whether or not they have a criminal record, that person will be taken into custody.
If they're here in the United States illegally, yes, they will.
Those are called collateral arrests.
Correct.
Earlier this month, Congress approved legislation that more than tripled ICE's budget. Willie James Inman, CBS News, Washington.
More than 30 people are injured after a vehicle rammed into a crowd outside an LA nightclub. It happened early Saturday morning when a driver hit a valet and taco stand, then crashed his car into the crowd. Video shows bystanders pulling the driver from the car. When police arrived, they found him beaten and shot.
We received reports that somebody in the crowd shot him. He is in the custody of Los Angeles Police Department, and we're looking at charges such as attempted murder and assault with a deadly weapon at this point.
More than 100 firefighters responded to the scene. Police identified the driver as 29-year-old Fernando Ramirez, now in custody, and police are still searching for the person that shot him. One person is dead after a plane crash in a cornfield this morning in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. Police responded around 8 a.m. The FAA confirmed that there was just a single person in the plane at the time of the crash, which happened soon after the plane took off from the airport. The FAA and NTSB are investigating, with the scene secured by police. A Delta Airlines flight had to make an emergency landing at Los Angeles International Airport after a reported engine fire. The incident happened moments after the Atlanta-bound flight took off, causing it to return to the airport. The FAA says the plane landed safely and no injuries were reported. Well, it's a lucky day for one Massachusetts man. Paul Corcoran stopped by one store and bought a multi-draw ticket for Powerball on July 9th. But he thought something was wrong with the ticket, so he decided he would buy a second ticket at a store about 10 minutes away. Turns out both tickets matched 5 of the winning numbers, but not the Powerball. Each winning ticket paid out $1 million, so he is now $2 million richer. Corcoran says he's not sure how he will spend his winnings. Coming up, several water rescues as flash flooding hit Washington, D.C.
And we have one last day ahead of us that will stay comfortable as far as temperatures go, but after that, July-like conditions are returning for what looks to be the next week or so. We'll have all the details coming up right after the break.
At Perkins, $5.99 gets you the best breakfast value in America. Get a fresh cracked egg, crispy bacon, and 2 pancakes for just $5.99. The hungrier you are, the better it gets. The Great American Trio, only at Perkins.
He promised to bring down our costs. But Congressman Derek Van Orden just voted to make our electric rates skyrocket. His plan removes clean energy from the electric grid, creating an energy shortage. So now the power companies are saying, quote, "We're going to force electricity prices to the moon." How does Van Orden expect us to afford that? So the next time you open your electricity bill and see a bigger number, remember that Congressman Van Orden's plan made our rates go up.
Save big money on your roofing project at Menards with Owens Corning Shingles. Your roof is the first line of defense against the elements and enhances the appearance of your home's exterior. Owens Corning Duration Shingles feature ultimate protection and impressive curb appeal. Choose from 24 colors of Owens Corning Duration Shingles and get an 11% rebate now at Menards. Plus, check out our weekly flyer on Menards.com for all the great deals happening now.
Save big money at Menards.
There's a reason Chevy is called the heartbeat of America. A heartbeat strong, steady, unwavering, like the people who keep this country moving. For them, only America's most dependable truck will do. In every Chevy truck, like every Chevy driver, dependability comes standard.
During the Chevy 4th of July sales event, well-qualified buyers get 0% APR plus $1,000 cash allowance. That's over $7,000 total value on this Silverado plus $4,500 total cash allowance for current Chevy owners.
Right now, U.S. Cellular makes it easy to switch and to get $1,000 off any phone with no trade-in.
No trade-in? But we're willing to trade in our teeth.
Nope, you don't have to trade your teeth in or an old phone.
I like that.
Yeah, your parents get an amazing deal.
I almost lost this one.
Yeah, you get to leave your tooth under your pillow.
For me, it's tooth fairy time.
Get $1,000 off any phone with no trade-in, and we'll pay off your current contract when you switch. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
Hey, America, think you can't get a complete dinner with dessert for under $10? Then check out the Great American Burger Trio at Perkins. A juicy cheeseburger, crispy fries, plus a slice of pie, all for just $9.99. Only at Perkins.
You're watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
Another round of heavy thunderstorms triggered flooding outside Washington, D.C. The National Weather Service issued a flash flood emergency for the area. Rain was falling at rates of 1 to 2 inches within a half hour. Authorities were urging people to stay home and stay off the roads. Montgomery County firefighters say they have responded to at least 6 water rescues after drivers got stranded by rising waters. So far, no one has been hurt. And here in the Coulee region, we are seeing clear skies today with the potential for some big changes later in the week. Let's send it over to Nicole for a check on our forecast.
Yeah, we do have some nice conditions going into today and tomorrow as well, but really after that, that's when our big change comes up. But that just means that we need to take it in and enjoy it while we have it, because tonight actually not looking so bad, and even waking up in the morning to start your week off tomorrow. Overnight lows for your morning on Monday, 62 for your low in La Crosse, 59 in Eau Claire, staying a tad bit below average. A lot of the area actually getting below 60 degrees for your lows tonight, so very mild, and that trend will continue on for tomorrow as well. Here's a look at Monday's highs. For the most part, staying in the low 80s. Some folks, though, could actually be staying below that 80-degree line. 82 for your high in La Crosse, 79 in Eau Claire. There is the possibility to still have some haze in the sky. As I mentioned earlier, there is some wildflower smoke suspended for areas in northern Wisconsin. Some of that could be moving a little bit further south tomorrow, but we're really not expecting a lot of it to be reaching the surface in our part. So really just seeing that haze in the sky for our afternoon. Other than that, though, it's looking really nice. There is a few chances for some thunderstorms. We'll have a thunderstorm complex coming out of Minnesota tomorrow morning. Whether or not it makes it into our area is still a little bit questionable. For now, it's looking like it really starts to break up, and then we could still see some activity a little bit in the earlier hours of the afternoon, but at least the thunderstorm risk is fairly low as this thing really starts to lose steam as it makes it into our area. What we do have is increasing cloud coverage, that's for sure, as we go into the afternoon, and then again we could still see some rain associated with that system, but it really breaks apart pretty quickly as we go on into the earlier evening hours. But then following that, we could have some additional scattered showers and thunderstorms throughout the area in the evening hours. Overall, we're really not expecting a whole lot of significant rainfall associated with this, but still the low chance to maybe feel some showers as we head out the door tomorrow nonetheless. A lot of that should be moving out of the area by tomorrow evening, and then we'll be left dry for at least later into Monday before we have some more thunderstorm chances coming in on Tuesday. Here's our precipitation chances for the rest of the week. Keep in mind, this will likely go through a lot of changes this week. The pattern that we have coming up brings a lot of uncertainty for the pattern that thunderstorms come in on, as it's going to be riding over a lot of this warm air that we have coming in. Makes it really tricky to actually forecast the exact location and timing of these thunderstorms. What we do know for a more certain chance is that a lot of these will be occurring at night, or at least in the very early hours of the morning. So that's why most of our night chances are going to be a little bit higher. But again, some of those could be extending into the morning hours as well. So not as much of a chance to see those afternoon chances until we get to about Thursday. That's when we can see some more widespread potential for some thunderstorms. But definitely make sure you're staying weather aware this week, because some of these could be stronger thunderstorms, and it's going to be hard to nail down on the exact timing and location of them until about 24 hours beforehand. So definitely some good information to stay aware of ahead of this week. And this is the whole reason why we're having the trouble with these thunderstorms this week. We have a heat dome moving in. High pressure is sitting off to the west, and that makes our jet stream really start to plunge way up north, and then it comes down right on top of our area. So that means all those thunderstorms are going to be traveling right over that heat dome, right into our area. And again, even little changes can make the forecast change a little bit as we go throughout the next few days. What we're more certain on, though, is this heat. Look at that dome of heat. It's going to be moving into our area, especially as we go into Wednesday. We'll definitely be seeing the lesser end of it as the rest of the country gets the more brutal end of it. Starting to see it on Tuesday as most of our highs get into the upper 80s, but Wednesday really looking to be the hottest day of the week. 94 for your high in La Crosse on Wednesday, still well below those records for this time of year, but still hot nonetheless. Really, the rest of the week after that, actually only a few degrees above average, but we'll have some humidity coming in with it that will be making those heat indices very uncomfortable for some times, especially going into Wednesday. Much of the area will likely be feeling closer into the hundreds as we go into the afternoon. So if you have any outdoor plans, or if you spend your time working outside, this is definitely something to be aware of this week, because it could be causing issues for almost every every single day. We'll have moist conditions lasting throughout the rest of the week, and even though our temperatures are actually just a couple degrees above average, that humidity definitely makes it feel very, very uncomfortable. So
yeah,
a hot week ahead.
Don't like to see that at all, especially all of that in the upper 80s and the 90s. I know that that's seasonable, but I'm done with it.
It's looking like next week we could have some cool downs, so we just have to wait a little bit.
We have to get through all of this to get to the good stuff.
It's going to be hot.
All right. Well, thank you, Nicole. And coming up next in sports, the Brewers look to make it 10 in a row. Plus, Super Bowl champion Gilbert Brown was in the area putting on a free football camp for kids around the area. Kate is in next with sports.
Proper installation of your new windows make a difference. The team at Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions are factory trained to make sure your windows are installed to last. Call or stop into the showroom for your free estimate.
Ready for a better career with excellent pay, benefits, and work-life balance? Chart Industries is hiring fabricators. Join the team that's shaping the future and providing awesome pay and excellent benefits. Apply today at jobs.chartindustries.com.
There's a lot that goes on at the Y. You may know us as a great place to better your physical, mental, and spiritual well-being in a safe environment that nurtures growth and is that third place for our community to meet and connect. The many services and programs here at the Y strive to help our community access resources and address needs, navigate daily life and support each other through challenges, and educate all generations on making their lives and our community better. We can make that difference together. See why.
For over 25 years, Window World's provided quality products for homeowners around the country, including windows and doors. Every window we sell is custom made for optimal energy efficiency and superior durability. Plus, a vinyl finish means they'll never need painting. Just like our windows, entry doors from Window World are made to last, featuring a durable fiberglass construction that provides up to 4 times the insulation value of wood. When it comes time for new windows or
excellent pay, benefits, and work-life balance, Chart Industries is hiring fabricators. Join the team that's shaping the future and providing awesome pay and excellent benefits. Apply today at jobs.chartindustries.com.
Covering all of the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now Sports with Kate Overton.
The football season is almost here, and one former Green Bay Packer is getting kids ready by hosting a free football camp at Champions Riverside Resort. Today, kids aged 6 to 18 got the pleasure of being coached by Super Bowl champion Gilbert Brown and another Packer legend in Santana Dotson. The Gilbert Brown Foundation sponsored this event to help kids learn how to make team contributions, how to give 100%, and understand what it takes to be a team player. It was an all-day camp from 9 in the morning to 4 in the afternoon. They learned life lessons, had skills and technique drills before putting it all together for some flag football games late in the afternoon. A free football camp is a rarity, but Brown says he loves giving back and wants the kids to learn football the right way.
You got to give back, man, you know what I'm saying? And that's one of the things that we do. But when you go to some of these camps, the headliner is only there for 15 minutes, then he gone. I'm out here all the time trying to get these kids right, because I really feel like they have to learn the game like I learned the game. And the only way to do it is by getting out there and teaching it. So I really enjoy this. Plus, it keeps football in my blood.
Well, Brown also had a bold prediction for his Green Bay Packers for this upcoming season.
We're going to beat Detroit twice. We're going to beat Minnesota twice. We're going to beat Detroit twice again. And Chicago, we're going to just beat them because they breathing. You know what I'm saying? I really do think that we're going to the Super Bowl this year. It's Super Bowl or bust. That's our mentality, Super Bowl or bust, period.
That was 4 wins against Detroit. If you were keeping track, I don't think that's possible. Speaking of the Packers, next week's training camp begins with the first practice on Wednesday, July 23rd, and that means football is almost here. First day of camp will include their annual bike ride, where Packer players ride the young fans' bikes to the practice field. Family night will be on Saturday, August 2nd, and the first official preseason game will be in Green Bay on Saturday, August 9th. It's coming down to the wires. The Brewers are trying to hold on to their 10th straight win, currently leading 6-4 in the 9th inning. If they can close it out, they'll be tied for first in the NL Central, as the Cubs lost earlier this afternoon. Now, Super Bowl or bust. That's sort of a big praise for Gilbert Brown, but wouldn't that be awesome?
That must have been such a fun interview to do, Kate.
He was great.
He
was
just
so
seems
fun.
awesome.
The kids loved being around him. It was such a fun day over there.
No, he has a great mentality, and yeah, Super Bowl or bust. I'm with it.
All right, we'll have a final check on your forecast after the break.
This Monday, one day only, earn a 20-cent Hy-Vee fuel saver for every $40. That's a 20-cent fuel saver for every $40 you spend. In store and online. Monday only and only at Hy-Vee.
It's the summer sales event with the Ford crew.
It's the summer sales event. Great time to buy. Nice weekend, Hank?
Spectacular. Took the family camping, courtesy of Ford F-Series, the best-selling trucks for 48 years. Morgan?
Baseball tournament. Mike Sport at the Homeland Field.
How about you two?
Mud Bass.
Get 0 down, 0% financing plus 0 payments for 90 days on F-150 or lease F-150 for $499 a month with 0 down. Only at your local Northland Ford dealers.
You protected our rights, preserved our freedom. You may have even risked your life for us. Now, it's our turn to fight for you. Your local Wisconsin emergency, energy, and housing assistance providers and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund reward the service of our veterans with rental and energy support in their time of crisis. Apply today to get the fresh start you've earned.
You know it's time to replace some windows, a patio door, an entry door, or all of them. The Board Store's provided skillful installation of quality products for thousands of your neighbors for 35 years. Double hung slider, casement, awning windows, double glazing, triple glazing, white windows, black windows, wood grain. Our experienced sales staff will help you choose what's best for you, provide a detailed proposal and a firm price. No pressure, no nonsense. One window or a house full, call or visit the Board Store for a prompt free estimate. More than you expect for less than you thought.
This Monday, one day only, earn a 20-cent Hy-Vee fuel saver for every $40. That's a 20-cent fuel saver for every $40 you spend. In store and online. Monday only and only at Hy-Vee.
Well, we definitely have a hot week ahead of us, but keep in mind this is the hottest part of the year, and we had a pretty mild start to July, so we were really biding our time, but definitely going to be a warm week ahead of us.
Seeing all those 88s in a row, I mean, that's a lot of 80s.
I'm glad that you mentioned it's the hottest part. So from here now, we can expect
motivation,
a little cooler.
yeah.
Exactly. All right. Well, thank you for joining us. We'll see you tonight at 10.